our vocab and just our vocab quiz, okay? And you guys knew that.
Maybe.
Okay, so there's the plan. That is our plan. Okay, so let me go key up. Let's turn this on.
I gotcha. I got it.
Oh,
I pressed it.
wow, that's fancy.
Yeah.
Well, I think she just
Remote
turned it on.
control.
It's called technology.
I know, you guys are super fancy in here.
Yeah.
Mine's old school.
Oh.
Old school.
Isn't
Are you videoing us?
Like not you specifically, but
That's Mrs. Alma see behind.
Oh,
no.
I'm so confused. Why are we doing this? Is it a test?
no.
Yeah.
It's a reading lesson. Isn't this reading class?
No.
Okay.
And then you can put it over there.
Oh,
Just
go
one.
to him.
You can put it over there on that board. There it comes. Get the lights.
Here, I will.
Alright, so this is the cover of the book. And who is it by?
Paul
Fleischman. Okay? Well, remember that. I'll go ahead and write it on the board for you too. But Paul Fleischman. Alright? We ready?
Maybe.
Yes.
I'm not doing a very good job videoing.
Of course he's miserable, moaned Wesley's mother. He sticks out. Like a nose, snapped his father. Listening through the heating vent, Wesley knew they were right. He was an outcast from the civilization around him. He alone, in his town, disliked pizza and soda, alarming his mother and the school nurse. He found professional football stupid. He'd refused to shave half his head, the hairstyle worn by all the other boys, despite his father's bribe of $5. Passing his neighborhood's two styles of housing, garage on the left and garage on the right, Wesley alone dreamed of more exciting forms of shelter. He had no friends, but plenty of tormentors. Fleeing them was the only sport he was good at. Each afternoon, his mother asked him what he'd learned in school that day. That seeds are carried great distances by the wind, he answered on Wednesday. That each civilization has its staple food crop, he answered on Thursday. That school's over and I should find a good summer project, he answered on a Friday. As always, his father mumbled, I'm sure he'll use that knowledge often. Suddenly, Wesley's thoughts shot sparks. His eyes blazed. His father was right. He could actually use what he'd learned that week for a summer project that would top all others. He would grow his own staple food crop and found his own civilization. The next morning, he turned over a plot of ground in his yard. That night, a wind blew in from the west. It raced through the trees and set his curtains snapping. Wesley lay awake, listening. His land was being planted. 5 days later, the first seedlings appeared. You'll have almighty bedlam on your hands if you don't get those weeds out, warned his neighbor. Actually, that's my crop, replied Wesley. In this type of garden, there are no weeds. Following the ancient tradition, Wesley's fellow gardeners grew tomatoes, beans, Brussels sprouts, and nothing else. Wesley found it thrilling to open his land to chance, to invite the new and the unknown. The plants shot up past his knees, then his waist. They seemed to be all of the same sort. Wesley couldn't find them in any plant book. Are those tomatoes, beans, or Brussels sprouts? Asked Wesley's neighbor. None of the above, replied Wesley. Fruit appeared, yellow at first, then blushing to magenta. Wesley picked one and sliced through the rind to the juicy purple center. He took a bite and found the taste an entrancing blend of peach, strawberry, pumpkin pie, and flavors he had no name for. Ignoring the shelf of cereals in the kitchen, Wesley took to breakfasting on the fruit. He dried half a rind to serve as a cup, built his own squeezing device, and drank the fruit's juice throughout the day. Pulling up a plant, he found large tubers on the roots. These he boiled, fried, or roasted on the family barbecue, seasoning them with a pinch of the plant's highly aromatic leaves. It was hot work tending to his crop. To keep off the sun, Wesley wove himself a hat from strips of the plant's woody bark. His success with the hat inspired him to devise a spinning wheel and a loom on which he wove a loose-fitting robe from the stalk's soft inner fibers. Unlike jeans, which he found scratchy and heavy, the robe was comfortable, reflected the sun, and offered myriad opportunities for pockets. His schoolmates were scornful, then curious. Grudgingly, Wesley allowed them 10 minutes apiece at his mortar, crushing the plant's seeds to collect the oil. This oil had a tangy scent and served him both as suntan lotion and mosquito repellent. He rubbed it on his face each morning and sold small amounts to his former tormentors at the price of $10 per bottle. "What's happened to your watch?" asked his mother one day. Wesley admitted he no longer wore it. He told time by the stalk that he used as a sundial and had divided the day into 8 segments, the number of petals on the plant's flowers. He'd adopted a new counting system as well, based likewise upon the number 8. His domain, home to many such innovations, he named Weslandia. Uninterested in traditional sports, Wesley made up his own. These were designed for a single player and used many different parts of the plant. His spectators looked on with envy. Realizing that more players would offer him more scope, Wesley invented other games that would include his schoolmates, games rich with strategy and complex scoring systems. He tried to be patient with the other players' blunders. August was unusually hot. Wesley built himself a platform and took to sleeping in the middle of Weslandia. He passed the evenings playing a flute he'd fashioned from a stalk, or gazing up at the sky, renaming the constellations. His parents noted Wesley's improved morale. "This is the first time in years he's looked happy," said his mother. Wesley gave them a tour of Weslandia. "What do you call this plant?" asked his father. Not knowing its name, Wesley had begun calling it Swist, from the sound of its leaves rustling in the breeze. In like manner, he named his new fabrics, games, and foods, until he created an entire language. Mixing the plant's oil with soot, Wesley made a passable ink. As the finale to his summer project, he used the ink in his own 80-letter alphabet to record the history of his civilization's founding. In September, Wesley returned to school, and he had no shortage of friends.
Okay, so that was a read aloud of Weslandia. If you guys feel pretty confident in content, you kind of understand the story of Wesley and his creating of a new kind of island area. Okay, so how about we get creative too and create our book. So I need you to get out a pencil, your scissors, and some deeper markers or color pencils. Get those out too.
I was gonna say, did you need paper? I didn't know if you had paper. Okay. Mrs. A, do you need the projector anymore? Can I turn it off?
Yep, just, well, not projector.
I can turn it off?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Who was filming? So you waiting filming?
It's still going.
Are you doing me all right now?
I have something to show you later that I found. For little
Alright, ready?
pencils.
We have all our materials out? Okay. This is quite a few steps, so make sure you pay super good attention, okay? We'll all do it together. You guys familiar with the hamburger hot dog folding style?
Yes.
Alright, so take your paper and you're first gonna fold it hot dog style. So the long way, okay? So be the long way. So this there, okay? Good job. Perfect.
Easy.
Make sure you line up your corners. Get very scientific about it, okay? Good job. We're not to coloring yet, so let's get folded, okay? Good. We'll get to colors here in just a minute, okay? All right. We got our hot dog?
Yes.
All right. Hot dog, there you go. Good job. Okay? All right, next we have the struggle of hamburger. So hold it like this and hamburger fold it, okay? There you go. Perfect. That's right, yep. Line up your corners.
Yeah, you don't. I always do.
Well, and then at the end, if we need to, we can trim it, because I had to cheat a little and trim mine. Mine wasn't perfect either.
Yeah, I did.
I know. It's okay. Okay, we got our second hamburger.
Yeah.
Or our first hamburger. We're about to do our second hamburger. Okay, so hold it like this again, and we're gonna hamburger fold it one more time. Okay. You got it? Good job. So it should kind of look like this. Yep. So one more hamburger. Okay. All right, so now we got our second hamburger, everyone. Good job. Can you hold them up so I can make sure? Okay.
I thought you put my whole hand.
Get our armwork out. Okay. Okay, we got it. We're just waiting on paper a little bit. That's okay. All right, so now fold it back out like this. Okay. Just unfold it. Let's see if we have 8 square. Yep. Do you have 8 squares, or 8 rectangles?
Yes.
8 rectangles? Okay. So now, hamburger folded. Okay. You might have to fix the folder too. That's okay. You got a hamburger folded? Yep, perfect. Okay. Hamburger. Yep, perfect. And you might have to just fix this one just a smidge. Okay? Perfect. Yep, perfect. Alright. Alright. So now, the spine of the paper, or where it's not open and flappy, we want that up. Okay? Upside down. There you go. Perfect. Okay? So like a spine of the book. Okay? So this part here. Yep, perfect. Okay, so mine's already cut. You're going to cut on your fold to that middle fold, okay? So don't cut it all the way in half, but stop at that middle line, okay? So stop at that middle line there.
It's like that.
Yep, perfect. Just like that. So you're going to cut up this middle fold and then stop halfway. Perfect. So you're going to cut here up to there. Perfect. Perfect. And then stop at that middle. Did you get it? Oh, that's okay. That's okay. All right. So when you unfold it, you should be able to see through the middle. We all got a middle hole?
Yeah, I can see it.
We can see? All right. Excellent. You guys have pretty masks on. Okay. Good job. All right. So hot dog, fold it one more time.
Bailey,
Should have kind of a
figure out what you should do. Ask for help.
Do you need help?
Bailey and the Bailey.
Oh, that's okay. It's a hot dog. That's a hamburger.
It looks like a square.
Okay, now fold.
Hold it.
Wait, I think it's hot dog.
Like this. And then together. And then keep those together.
Okay.
And then square.
We'll just grab one more sheet of paper.
It looks like a mouse.
Oh, 1 second. We're on kind of a timeout for just a second. Let me get everyone caught up.
It's a square. Baby, belly piled up.
Black. Okay. There you go. Perfect. Okay, you're welcome. Okay. So we got our hot dog fold one more time. Perfect. It should kind of create a little, now I'm doing it. Kind of mouth, like this.
Yep.
Okay, so you're going to pinch it like this. So it looks kind of like a star. And then kind of fold it in on itself. Okay? And then it'll kind of, yep, so pinch it together and then fold it kind of in on itself and it'll make this book. Okay.
Wait.
Yep, perfect. If you get it, can you help your neighbor? Yep, perfect. Can you help your neighbor if you get it? Nope. Perfect. This way. Hold it together.
Well, I see
See, and that's okay. Like I said, I had to trim mine. We all got our books made? No. That's okay. Are you guys ready? All right, hold up your book if you have it ready. Okay. Everyone's on the same page? Perfect. Okay. Now here comes the fun creative part. I'm going to give you 3 minutes. Okay? What?
I need to trim mine.
Okay, we'll do that in our 3 minutes. I'll give you 3 minutes to trim it if you'd like. Because I know some of us want it to be just so. I'm that way too. So if you need to trim it, that's fine. I'm going to write the title and the author on the board. I'd like you to do kind of a cover page or a title of a book or a cover of a book with the title and the author and then decorate it however you'd like. Okay? You have 3 minutes to do that. Starting now. Go ahead.
How will we know it's the front?
Bro, I would have done it before.
So you're standing on the side? Do we write in pencil?
However, it's your book. You create whatever you'd like, okay? Just like Wesley created his island. Civilization. Good word.
There we go. Nice and perfect. Which is not perfect. Can we write that in marker or
However you'd like to. Pencil, crayon.
Set this. You missed.
I know. Not all of it. It was just
Uh-huh.
some of it. Oh my gosh! Loud is it? Loud enough? No.
Okay, when the music stops, that's when your 3 minutes is up.
You don't need this? Yeah. Yes, no? Okay, sorry.
I need it.
Okay. I have to have it.
I live by my time
I
out,
do too.
out there.
Do you color the front?
Yep, you can decorate it however you would like. Creative as you can get in our 3 minutes.
out about 2, Edric, so you better get really creative.
Yeah, so don't waste your time.
No dawdling.
More writing.
Yeah, and then decorate however you like. Flowers or anything else you can draw. I can only draw flowers, so.
The Swist.
Super
The
creative.
Swist. Draw that on your book.
Oh, that's what I would eat.
You are?
That's why I got these 2 colors.
Some of those illustrations were different from our book, weren't they?
The
Yeah.
one where it's like showing the way he mashes buttons.
Yes, and the constellations playing the flute. We didn't have that picture, did we?
Yeah, and he's in the hammock.
Uh-huh. Kind of cool. Let's see your book.
I drew an air book. You drew a book? Awesome. Good job.
Oh, you drew a book? I'm drawing a twist. I did color really fast.
Twist. Plant.
Oh, yep. What's a twist? Can I see
It's
it?
a where you try to
It was
eat
the plant in the story. Remember?
Can we get 2 more minutes?
Okay, how are we on our covers?
Good. This is my fast way of us.
Okay.
The cover
All right.
of the year.
How about we go 1 more minute? Since you guys are doing such a good job on your covers. We'll go 1 more minute. Ready? Go.
That's fun. It looks like grapes.
All right.
It's okay. Draw an island. A crazy invention like Wesley had. Swiss like flowers. It's perfect. It looks great.
Never give up on it.
All right. Okay, so pencils down, eyes up. Okay, doing our next thing. So open to the first page of your book. Oops. Get onto it. All right, so this week you guys have been learning about genre, right? Okay.
Yes.
So, we're going to write what we know about the genre. Okay? Okay, so at the top, go ahead and put genre. We'll label our book, the first page. Okay? And then I want you can either write or draw, or both, however you'd like to do it. Clues how you know what the genre is. And then draw, like you can draw a scene of how you know what the genre is, or you can write a little bit how you know of what it is. Questions?
Yes.
Okay, we'll get you a new one.
Yeah. Do you want us to write that how all my info?